7, former President Donald Trump suggested he will pardon. He did more than suggest. He said he will pardon those convicted in connection with January 6th, the insurrection, if he's reelected. Mr. Trump made the comments in Texas over the weekend. And our D.C. correspondent, Bofta Yimam, joins us now. And Bofta, a handful of high-profile Republicans dismissed his comments shortly after, which we don't always see. What exactly did they say?
Right. How many times have we been on this show? We've talked about Trump's comments and how there wasn't any pushback from some of the members of the GOP. Not the case this time. They came out pretty swiftly, I should say, within 24 hours after the comments were made in Texas, as you mentioned, at that rally over the weekend. We had GOP Governor Chris Sununu, who said that the rioters should not be pardoned. We had a Trump enabler, Senator Lindsey Graham, who said that the comments were inappropriate. Trump's comments also drew criticism from Senator Susan Collins, who said that Trump should not have made the pledge to do pardons, and we should let the judicial process proceed. This pushback notable because so many of the members of the GOP have frankly just stood by Trump, even as he spread lies that he won the 2020 election. They have been quiet. And we know more than 725 people, just to remind everyone, have been arrested in connection with the insurrection. At least 165 people have pleaded guilty and about 70 have been sentenced. Trump is also named as a defendant in a handful of lawsuits by either police officers or lawmakers in connection with the insurrection. But on Saturday, he took time to highlight those involved in the January 6th insurrection and the pardons. Take a listen.
If I run and if I win, we will treat those people from January 6th fairly. We will treat them fairly. And if it requires pardons, we will give them pardons because they are being treated so unfairly.
Look, the folks that were part of the riots and frankly the assault on the U.S. Capitol have to be held accountable. There is a rule of law. I don't care whether you were part of the burning cities and Antifa in 2020, you were storming the Capitol in 2021. Everybody needs to be held fairly accountable across. That's part of leadership.
They shouldn't be pardoned.
Of course not. Oh, my goodness, no.
Now, the House Select Committee continues to probe inside of Trump's inner circle. And we also know the Supreme Court recently cleared the way for presidential records during Trump's time in the White House. Sharon.
All right, Bofta Yimam, live in Washington as things heat up there. Thank you.